Hello guys and welcome back. Today I am doing my February favorites, which kind of baffled me for a second. I was like, surely it's mid-February, it's not time yet, but it is the end of February, and I have some makeup here, but I have a lot of fragrances. I have some hair, I have some random stuff, and I have a couple fails as well. So I think I'm going to start with the makeup, and I'll make sure to put timestamps down below. That way, if you're not interested in the section, you can just kind of skip ahead, but grab something to drink, hang out with me, and let's get started. Like always, I will have inserts of me applying this makeup right here while I talk about some of my favorite products. And let's start with the base. I have not used a ton of different foundations. I discovered the Makeup Forever Super Boost Skin Tint last month, I think, and I've been reaching for this nonstop. I absolutely love it. Wait, was it last month? Did I put it in the last month's favorites? Absolutely did not put this in my favorites last month because it wasn't even released, okay? My bad. My timing is so off. I do feel like February just flew by and I just don't even know what happened, but this was a huge discovery. I absolutely love it. I would have shown this in application clip, but I thought surely I already showed them in last month's favorites, but I didn't. I do have a full review on it in a couple of my videos past, but I love it. It is very light on the skin. It feels like a nice lotion. It is hydrating without being too like sticky and too thick. The coverage is on the lighter side. I can kind of build it up to a light medium. Mostly if I do use a dense brush, I find that to give a lot more coverage, but I love this. It is so my style. Lately, I've just not been gravitating towards actual foundations, but something like this, like a skin tint. I don't know what they put in this formula for it to work so well on my skin, but it sure did. I had some RF microneedling done for the first time ever, so I wasn't able to wear foundation for a long time, and I did have a little bit of a dryness, like my skin almost peeling. And this worked magic with my skin while it was healing. I barely used makeup that week after getting the microneedling done, but if I had to, I would go for something like this just because it was so nice, moisturizing without being sticky and just too oily. So I love it. It is definitely probably my #1 most used product this month. Now, the foundation that I used today and applied for you guys is the La Prairie foundation. I have had this for quite some time now, and I just keep coming back to it because it is so beautiful. You need a very little amount of this. It gives quite good coverage. I would say the way I apply it, it is a good medium to full. And there's something about it that I think looks so flawless and smooth, but it's so light on the skin that every time I apply it, I think, oh, this is just light coverage. But then when I actually look at my skin, everything is nice and covered. It feels beautiful on the skin. There's just something special about this foundation. Is it worth the money? No, guys. Like, this is extremely expensive. It's the most expensive foundation that I own. But I have it, and I have been reaching for it whenever I want to look quite perfected, but still feel very light. Whenever I wore this foundation, I felt like my skin looked fresh, healthy, perfected, but it never felt heavy. So I am loving this more and more. The more I wear this foundation, the more I love it, and I feel like it works so well with my skin, which is such a sad thing because it is so expensive. And to be honest, I would repurchase this. If I end up using all of this, I will absolutely repurchase it. But I will say that you need very little of this foundation, and I feel like it'll last me so much longer than some of my other tints or foundations that I need to add a lot more of it, like the Makeup Forever. This, I'm going to go through it so much faster than I would ever with the La Prairie foundation. So that is an absolute favorite this month. For concealers, I feel like I've used so many different concealers this month, but these two right here have been the one that I've used maybe the most. Tower 28 is an old favorite. I have 3 different colors of this, and I just love the hydration and creaminess, and also the coverage that I get with this. So even though it's nice and creamy and hydrating, it gives very good coverage under my eyes. And so I have been reaching for this. I also like to use this if I have nothing else on my skin or a very, very light tint. This is a fantastic one. So I am back on my Tower 28 concealer. And the Victoria Beckham, I know I didn't give it great reviews, and that is solely because the product is so little and the price tag is so high. But I found myself reaching for this for, again, those days where I just don't want to look like I'm wearing anything. This a little bit under the eyes, I just blend it in and I think it looks really nice. I don't even use powder with this, but I thought I would mention it. I still don't think it's worth the money, just so you know. For powders, I've used same old, same old. I feel like I'm on La Prairie kick because the La Prairie powder has been the main powder that I reach for lately. I feel like it's beautiful, it's perfecting, but it's also very light under the eyes. So this has been definitely my main powder this month. However, I have tried multiple powders and I'm going to insert right here my fail, and that is the Kosas powder. Everybody loves it. Everybody that I've seen absolutely loves it, and I just don't love it. I feel like because it has a little bit of glow in it, it just emphasizes my pores a little bit more, and it doesn't give me enough smoothness as my La Prairie or even other ones like the Givenchy, the Chanel one, the Westman Atelier one. Those just give some smoothness. And for powder, I'm looking for blurriness. I want to set that concealer under the eyes, and I find myself using this only kind of like an all over powder, but not to set under my eyes. And yeah, for that, I just feel like I was a little disappointed. I don't think it's overall a bad powder, but it's definitely not my favorite. And yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to keep it. I don't know. Moving on to a very exciting release that I have fallen in love. Like the first application, I was like, yes, these are created for me. And that is the Westman Atelier liquid bronzers. What are these called? The Sun Tone Bronzing Drops. I think these products are one of the better releases in a long time. There's something so special about the way that these apply, the texture. It's so light and watery, and I feel like I can't make a mistake. They are light in coverage but also buildable, and I feel like they look so natural. They almost like blend into your skin. They give a beautiful shadow, but there's absolutely no harsh lines. There's something special about this product right here. Since I purchased these, it's all I've been using for bronzing and contouring. I love all the shades. I love the packaging. It makes me happy. You know, this packaging makes me happy. And there's something about the texture and how easy it is to blend in. It feels like I am contoured and defined without actually seeing any lines. There's nothing harsh about these. You can build up the color, you can sheer it out. These are spectacular. I generally do not include favorites products unless I've used them most of the month. These I've just discovered, a week ago or something, and I had to include them because it was just like love at first application. So these are a 10 out of 10 for me. Moving on to blushes, I have 3 blushes that I've pretty much exclusively used this month. Let's start with one of my favorites. This is from Married and it is called Lusitano. I think this is one of their new shades, and look at that. I love this color so much. Look how summery and bright and stunning this color is. I do have it on right now, but after I applied it, I tried to tone it down a little bit because it didn't really go with my eye look. My eye look has some like purple in it, and this was clashing. But it is such a stunning color. I love to put this on my lips as well. This is one of those colors that just works on me and my skin tone, and I've been using it almost every single day since I got it. I think it is probably my new favorite color from Married, and I do love their blushes. I think they are very natural. They do have a glow. Like I don't have any highlighter on right now, and I think it's quite nice and glowy. Are they the most long lasting? No, but I feel like they last half of the day for me, and I love the finish of it. I love the packaging. I just love everything about it. So that is a huge hit this month. The next blush is the YSL in the shade 37. This is the peachy one. And again, I think I've shown you last favorites video, maybe I'm wrong again, but this is another beautiful peachy shade. You'll see that it's all peach shades that I love this month. It's such an easy color for me. I feel like if I don't know what to put on, I just reach for this one. Look how beautiful that color is. This is the matte version, and I think it's beautiful. I've talked about it quite a bit in past videos, so I'm gonna leave that there. And the last blush that I absolutely have loved is the one from Chanel. This is a new release. It is in the shade Camelia Futura. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's another peachy blush. But there's something about this one that I like so much more than I thought I would. It is a matte finish, but it's so blendable and kind of creamy that I feel like it gives me just a little bit of something. I think it is a stunning color, and in my review I said that it wasn't worth it, and I still stand by that. I don't think it's necessarily worth the money, but if you're into Chanel and you like these peachy tones, I think it is beautiful. I'm very happy to have it, and I do think that this will be a blush that I'll continue to reach for just because of the tone. And also, these are creamier than some of the other Chanel blushes that are matte. I don't love all of them, but this one is very blendable, very nice. It kind of looks like you have a filter on. So those are the 3 blushes that I've used almost exclusively this month. They're all peachy. No surprise there. Moving on to the eyes, I have 2 products to share with you. One of them, I think it will be no surprise, but it is the Victoria Beckham new quad. Yeah, it's for in the shade Victoria. This is what I'm wearing today, but I only did the mattes. I haven't used the middle one that much just because most days I just like a soft matte look. I think it's kind of flattering and it gives me some depth, a little bit of dimension. It contours the eye, but I don't look like I'm wearing, wow, so much eyeshadow. So that's kind of what I've been into lately. And I think that this does a great job. It's very blendable. I really like the tones of these mattes. The neutral brown, it's a great kind of all over shade. And then I do like the deeper ones to either add a little bit more depth or to use as a liner. And that's pretty much what I did today and what I've been doing almost daily. I find it very easy to work with, very blendable. The mattes are much creamier than her other formula. So I am happy with this palette. And like I mentioned, I've been reaching for it a lot. The middle shade is stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I just don't wear such intense eye looks on the regular. So unless it's a special occasion, I'm probably not going to reach for the middle one that much. Other eyeshadow that I've used this month and absolutely have loved is the new one from Chanel. This is in the color Utopia. I don't know if this is out online yet. I will make sure to link it down below if it is. I haven't seen it at my local Nordstrom or Dillard's or online, so I'm kind of sorry if I'm talking about it and it's not available, but I will make sure to keep you updated. So follow me on Instagram because I feel like I post when things are available there more than here on YouTube. But I love the colors. They're basic, but every single one of them has some twist in it. Like this color right here, it is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It reminds me of a elegant, sophisticated Pat McGrath shadow. It is so beautiful. I'm actually going to put it on right now because I don't have any sparkles on my eyes. So I just want to show you just how stunning that is. I love it. So beautiful, unique, and even me who hasn't been wearing much eyeshadow at all, I have been reaching for this palette because it makes me feel special. It is so pretty, so easy to use. I just use my finger, you see, and I feel like it gives just a new look to the eye. And then you can take a little bit of this lighter one, and I'm just going to put it right here in the inner corner to brighten that up. This palette is probably my favorite that Chanel has released so far. There's something unique about it. And even the taupey brown grayish shade right here, it has something in it that, see, it's just a little bit more unique. The pink one is stunning as well. And I'm not a huge pink fan, but this one, it just works. Now I feel like my eyes are super special. Okay, moving on to the lips. I've tried quite a lot of lip products this month, but there's a couple that just I keep reaching for over and over again. First of all is another lip stain. I feel like I'm a broken record. I use lip stains every single day. To me, it's kind of like the first layer of my lips because I don't have lips that have pigment in it. I just want something to be there, you know? And so these lip stains from Wonderskin have been amazing for me. I've been using the color Lovely the most, then Charming, and they came out with another soft brown color. It's called Hush. And this is my new kind of no makeup lip stain. It is not too intense. It is not too dark. I love the tone of this one because it's not too pink or mauvey. It's a beautiful, more browny undertone, but it's not too intense. It's still a soft, light color. If you have very pigmented lips, I don't think that this will do much for you. But if you're like me and you want to look natural, with just a little bit of a lip tint, this color is so beautiful. And like I mentioned, most of the shades are too pink on me. And this one is perfection. I discovered this just because I went to their website to order the shade Lovely. I had already gone through, I think, 4 different Lovely shades from Wonderskin. And I saw that they had a new shade in Hush. And I was like, oh dear, let's try that on. And it is beautiful. I love it. And with that, I also discovered a new lip liner from them. And it is called Nutmeg. I have been using Saddle for a long time and it's a beautiful shade, but I've been craving something a little bit more brown. So I'm gonna swatch right up here Saddle, and under we're gonna go with the new one, the Nutmeg. Here is Nutmeg, and you can see that it's a little bit deeper, a little bit more brown. It's a neutral brown. It's not warm at all and it's not super cool tone. It just has more depth to it and I love it. So this with Hush, oh, perfect. It's perfect. I was so happy when I saw that they had new colors of the lip liner and the lip stain. It just made my day, made my month actually. And these lip liners last forever. They are very long lasting and I'm just happy. I'm happy to have them. Now on the other side of the spectrum, we have the Rhode lip contours that last not even an hour, my friends. Even though I love the colors of them, I love how easy it is to apply, they just do not last. So this is a fail this month. I was so excited about this release, so excited, and it ended up being a big old fail. Do I still use them? Yes, I have it in my little makeup bag, but I know that it's just going to be there for a little bit and then I have to reapply or just choose another one. I do like to combine this one with the lip stain because I feel like the lip stain is always going to be there, and this I'm just going to contour a little bit the lips. But still, I just don't think they're worth it. Another lip liner that I just love this month is the new MAC Cool Spice. It is such a beautiful basic lip liner that I think it works on a lot of different skin tones. Of course, if you have deeper skin tones, it's not going to work for you. But if you're light, like fair, light, medium, I think you could pull this off. I've seen it on so many different skin tones and it works so well on everybody. This is the shade right there, and I've been reaching for it. I like the MAC lip liners. They're not my top favorite formula, but they are nice. They're decently long lasting. They blend in. They're just like a nice basic lip liner, but the color is the one that I really like. A new gloss from, well, it's not even a gloss. What are these called? The Phantom something from Hourglass. This is the new shade in Wonder, and it's what I have on right now. It is a peachy shade that has some sparkles through it, so it makes it extra glossy. You see right there? It's really pretty. I was kind of hesitant just because I have so many of the Hourglass ones, but this one was really beautiful, and I love peachy tones, and I love how sparkly it is. You can see right there that it really catches the light more than the other ones. And yeah, I really liked it, so I purchased it. So that is, I think, the other lip product. Is that it? Oh, no. We have the new Chanel Dual Lip in Pink Nude. I love this color. And when I did the review on the new Chanel release, you guys were like, yes, we need that color. I have not seen it online yet, so I will update the description the second it comes available, but you can check down there and see if I found it somewhere. But this color is perfection. It's not too bright pink. It's just a beautiful nude pink. And it has been one that I reached for quite a lot. They came out with another color that's caramel. That one's beautiful, but I think this is the start of the show. That is it for makeup. Let's move on to hair. As you can see, I have gotten my hair just highlighted a little bit. I just wanted a little bit of kind of brightness and just some dimension through my hair. And so I am back on this product from Kerastase. This used to be my like gold go-to product. And this is the 8-Hour Magic Night Serum. This is hydration in a bottle. And I ran out of a couple of them, and I did have a backup, but I just never opened it. And after I got my hair done, I was like, okay, let's pull this back out because I know it'll do magic, and it does. If you bleach your hair, you know it's going to get dry. It's just not as healthy as it would be if you didn't bleach it. And this is just like my hair loves this product. It's just a lot of hydration. I put this on my curls as well, and I feel like it just makes them less frizzy. This is a beautiful product if you have curlier, more dry hair. I don't think it's great if you have just normal healthy hair, but right now, I feel like I need the hydration, and this is just magic. I put a few pumps all over my hair, and I feel like it just takes away all the dead ends and frizziness, and it just kind of puts a layer of shininess through it. I love this better than a hair oil. Yeah, so this one is back on the top shelf in my bathroom. And then I just wanted to share this texture spray because I have never tried this brand before. It is from Milburn, and it is the Creative Style Texture. It's just a dry texturizing spray, but I ran out of my Orbe, and I had a few of them, and I saw this at the salon place, and I was like, I want to try that, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It gives a great amount of texture without feeling product in your hair and making it feel crunchy. And yeah, I just thought I would mention it because I love it, and I've never heard anybody talk about it. And I actually don't even know if you can purchase this. I will cut this out if you can't find it online. Now the rest of this is fragrance, and honestly I could have done a whole separate video on my favorite fragrances this month that I've discovered, because there's 5 of them. That could absolutely be a whole new video, but we're just gonna include, no, there's 6 of them. There's 6 fragrances. We're just gonna kind of rapid fire talk about each of them. Let's start with Valaya Exclusif. If you are in the fragrance world, you know that this was very anticipated. I love the Valaya regular. I've done a reel just talking about my kind of first thoughts on this product, and I love it. It is Valaya with almond and more creaminess, and that kind of tartness is gone. So if something bothered you on the original Valaya, this doesn't have it. This is just a little softer, but more powerful. I personally love that kind of tartness from the original Valaya. And if I had to pick, I think I would still go for the original because it is brighter. And again, I like that interesting kind of unique scent about it, but I think most people would like this one more because it is more crowd pleasing, and it is just a little sweeter, a little creamier, I think a little bit less in your face, but it's still a very powerful fragrance. It's so good. It is so stunning. There's something about the DNA of Valaya that works so well with my skin, and I always get compliments on this. Always. This one is supposed to last longer on the skin versus the original, but for me, the original lasts forever. On my clothes, even if I wash them, I can still smell it after, but I can see how on the skin this does last even longer. So if I spray this today, tomorrow morning, I'll still smell it on my skin. So this is a huge hit for me. And since we're talking about Parfum de Marly, I'm going to mention the Delina Exclusif. Now, I have all the other Delina ones, and I didn't initially love the Exclusif. I thought it was just too in your face, and it is more intense than the original Delina, but it doesn't have that tartness that the original one has. It has more of a pear opening, a little bit brighter, but overall it's just a more intense fragrance. I'm wearing this today and I just love it. The more I wear it, the more I like it. And this month, I feel like was the month where I pulled this one out much more than the other one. So I thought I would mention it. It's still DNA, the same as the Delina. So if you have one, you don't need the other one, but I have them all because I'm a little obsessed. The next fragrance is the Maker Libertine. This is a bright, fresh, citrusy fragrance. I love citrusy fragrances, okay? I love them. They just don't last a long time in general. Ooh, I actually discovered another one. I'll talk about that in another video, but this is the one that I've used a lot this month, and I love it. It is like I mentioned, a very bright, citrusy fragrance that has some woody dry down. It does have some ginger in the middle, and then it dries down a little bit more woodsy, but it's still bright throughout the life of the fragrance on your skin. It is not extremely long lasting, which is a bummer because the fragrance is absolutely incredible, but I reapply halfway through the day, and this is a just beautiful, fresh, bright, very happy fragrance. I love it. The next fragrance is one that was sent to me, but I've had my eye on this one and I wanted to smell it and kind of test it out, and that is the new Merit fragrance. The bottle is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. It is so chic. It is so Merit. Like, I love the brand. I love the aesthetics of Merit. I just love, you guys see, I use a lot of their products. And I've worked with them before. I'm going to continue working with them because I love the brand so much. And this fragrance is interesting because the first spray was a very pearish like. It was almost too much pear on me. It pulled quite intense. It does have, I think, some citruses in the opening, that ambroxide, which I actually love. This is very Glossier You DNA, that style that it becomes kind of musky and powdery, kind of skin scent, but this stays bright on me. It doesn't just fade away. This stays very strong on my skin. And so the opening kind of shocked me a little bit, but within seconds that pear calmed down and I could smell that orris in it. It has a violet in the middle. It has rose in it. I don't smell much rose. Rosemary also. And then it sets down in a beautiful, musky, powdery, and I think it has some vanilla and moss in the base. This is very much that kind of minimalist fragrance, but you smell it. If you look at a girl and she just looks effortless and kind of minimal makeup and just minimal hair done, but she looks very classic and kind of put together. This is what reminds me of just a very beautiful kind of, your skin just smells very, very beautiful. I like it. I also have the 10 ml and I've mainly used that one just because I keep it in my purse. But yeah, I like the bottle a lot. I will say opening, I have to turn the cap and then pull it. So I feel like it's, I don't know, an extra step because it's not that easy to open. Oh wait, can you just twist it? No. Anyway, the opening took me a little bit. Now this next fragrance is one that it's quite popular in the fragrance world, and I just didn't get the hype when I first tried it maybe a year ago, maybe more, but lately I've been into Diptyque fragrances and I gave this one a try and fell in love. This is the Eau Duelle. Now this one is not the perfume. They have a perfume version and then the Eau de Toilette. And I've tried both of them side by side. I wore them throughout the day. I asked for some samples and I liked this one better. I thought it lasts better on me versus a perfume. And this one has just something more unique, some brightness in it that I love so much more. I don't know how to describe the scent in terms of ingredients. I know there's some juniper berries and I love that actually. I love berries in fragrances, and then there's some musk in it, some citruses. Let's see here. Pink pepper, vanilla, cardamom, yes, ambergris, black tea. Anyway, saffron also. Now with this fragrance, I can't pinpoint every single note. I feel like it's blended really well. To me, it just smells magical. Oh, it smells like somebody who lives in the cottage in the middle of a forest, and they just evoke this magic air around them. So they smell so good. I would think as maybe a fairy, you know, like you're a fairy and you're wearing a dress, but it's not like a gown or a silk dress. It's just like a flowy, airy dress, and you just live your best life. I don't know. That's just the image I get, okay? That doesn't mean I'm right. It's just the vibe that this gives me. And so I have fallen in love with this one. Longevity is not the best compared to Orphean, for example, from Diptyque. That one lasts better on me. This one I have to reapply throughout the day. But I would say I will get 5 hours. Like I will still smell this after 5 hours, but the projection is definitely not loud. I would say it's medium. Like Andrew will smell me, but only for a few hours, and then you kind of have to be close to me to be able to like smell. But I don't know. I think that makes it even more magical because just the people around you are really gonna appreciate how you smell. And it smells like you smell this way, you know? It doesn't smell like, oh, you smell like a cupcake. You just smell good with this one. You just smell like magic, like you have some sort of magic. That's what this reminds me of. Hope that helped. I left this one for last because I think it is the one that surprised me the most, and that is this beautiful bottle right here. This is House of Beau Ave Maria, and I regret buying the small one. They come in 40 ml and then 75 ml or 100 ml. I'm not sure, but you know, it was a blind buy. I just didn't know for sure if I liked it, and also the notes aren't notes that I would go for. Like I'm not a huge neroli fan. White flowers are okay, but like it's not my go-to. And okay, so first, let's just talk about the presentation. It is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And Kathleen Lights was pretty much the muse in their commercial. She looked absolutely incredible. She looked like a goddess in water, and she has this beautiful white kind of see-through dress, but in a very kind of elegant and mermaidy vibe. She looked absolutely gorgeous. And I think they couldn't have picked a better person to represent this because the imagery that they used represents this bottle so well. Let me read you the notes first. We have dewy gardenia, cashmere, jasmine, raindrops, African neroli. Again, I'm not a huge fan of neroli, sweet pear, oakwood, merlot wine, and napa leather. Okay, so first you spray it, and it's a lot of gardenia. You need to kind of at least like gardenia. But then it dries down, that wine comes through, and it makes it a much deeper fragrance than just, oh, it's just some florals and it's airy. It is airy because it smells kind of like raindrops, but it also has some depth to it that makes this so long lasting, and it makes it so unique. The opening, I would say, is not as unique as the dry down. That's when the magic happens for me. And I feel like throughout the day, it kind of changes and I get different notes from it. It's beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. Now, when I purchased this, it arrived on a very wintry day, and I just didn't feel like it worked, okay? Now it got a little bit warmer outside, and I feel like this fragrance shines now that it's a little bit warmer. It's like 50s, 60s, and I wear a lot more dresses, and this fragrance, it shines, and the more it sets down, the more beautiful it becomes. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think the more I wear it, the more I fall in love with it so much, because every time I spray it, I can kind of learn the fragrance a little bit more and see just different notes in it. Even the Napa leather, it's such a weird note to put with such a kind of airy, watery fragrance, but it works so well. It's so unique. House of Beau is becoming my favorite fragrance house. I have four fragrances from them, but I've tried, I think, all of them. Like I have samples of all of them, and it's a stunning fragrance house. I think anything they do is just unique and interesting, and the packaging is 10 out of 10. The last favorite are some headphones, and I'm ecstatic about these. These are the BOSE ones, and they were sent to me Like I am so excited about this because I was in the market for some over-the-ears headphones. I was debating between these and the Apple ones. The Apple ones are incredible. The sound is so good, but they were so heavy. My brother has them, and after having the BOSE ones, putting the Apple ones on, I was like, wow, those are so heavy, and I'm sensitive to that. I will get headaches easy if I wear headbands. If they're a little too tight, they'll give me headaches, and so I'm sensitive to that. So for that, the BOSE work incredible. The sound is amazing. They look so cute. Look at this color, and I just can't believe they sent this to me. I am so excited. I thought I would share them with you because this brings me so much joy, and I use them a lot. I love these kinds of headphones over the AirPods that I have. And I do work out with them as well, but I will say if you jump around and, like, I don't know, go up and down a lot, they will fall off. Okay, and the Apple will fall off. The AirPods also fall off of my ears because I don't know, they just don't fit as well. But I heard that if you get the ones that go around your ear, they'll stay on. But I have worked out with them, just do weightlifting, and they haven't fallen out so far. But I know if I'll jump around, they'll fall out. And I think they're cute. The battery lasts forever. And I think I don't know, I'm just very excited. As you can see, I'm giddy about this package. And honestly, I've been so grateful lately. I've received quite a lot of different PRs, and this made me the happiest out of all of them. So that's it. Those are my favorites this month. I feel like there were a lot of fragrances, and I hope you guys liked that. If not, let me know. And I know there's a huge community for fragrances, so that's why I want to make sure that I put timestamps. So if you're not interested in fragrances, you don't have to listen to me blabber about them. It's a weird niche, I don't know, world, because you can't smell it. So you just have to listen to me blabber about ingredients. So I think that's kind of interesting, but I'm so into that world and love it. So that's it. I hope you guys have a good one. Let me know some of your favorites down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.